Hey, what's going on? This is Daniel here, and just continuing the tutorial series for Unity 3D. Sorry about not uploading. I recently had the flu, and it did not work out well in my favor. I was in bed for the past 2 days, basically. But today I've been feeling quite a bit better than the previous 2 days, so I guess I'll do a quick tutorial. So in this episode, I'll be covering how to kill our enemy right here. So if you've been following the series, you should have something similar to this, or if you're going on your own way, nothing like this whatsoever, but the same basic idea. Anyway, so let's get started. So obviously we're going to be killing this guy with our projectile. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So go ahead to your enemy movement script, double click it, open it up, and in here we're going to need a new variable. We're going to need var death, which is going to be a boolean, which is equal to false, because we don't want him dying right away. And then we're going to need a new type of function. So this episode is going to be pretty much entirely on this new function, which is going to be on trigger enter. So what on trigger enter does is it registers whenever a trigger object hits the object with this script on it. So we're using the enemy, we're looking for a trigger, which is eventually going to be our bullet, to hit him, and it's going to register it, which gives us the opportunity to call for the death variable. So inside the parentheses, unlike the update function, we're going to need col, and then capital collider. So this is looking for a collider object. Okay. Thought my tab key was broken for a second. Okay. Inside the parentheses, we're going to need if col dot game object dot tag is equal to this. It's this string, so we're gonna call this string bullet. So it's looking for a tagged game object that hits it, that is a bullet. And then we're gonna call death is then equal to true. So what this is doing now is it's seeing, so our bullet enters this game object as a trigger. So this is what we want it to do. So it's going to activate death. And then in our update function, we're going to hit enter twice. And then we're going to do another if statement. If death, then, sorry, we're going to use destroy, two parentheses, and then game object. And that's all for that script. So you can go ahead and save it and then minimize it. And if we were to test it right now, first off, it'd be kind of hard to hit him on this tiny little platform with where we have our bullet spawn, above his head. So we'll be shooting quite far away. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to first scale this up a little bit. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to move the bullet spawn in front of him, like maybe right there. I hate being sick. Anyway, so you go ahead and play it right now. It's not going to know what the heck we're talking about with, having him be hit by these bullets or whatever. So what we're going to need to do is change it so that these projectiles are triggers. So go ahead and select your projectile, and then sphere collider, there should be an option for is trigger. You want to check the box next to that and then hit apply. So this will then make your projectiles, your prefab, all triggers. And then we need to create a tag so that this object will be registered by it. So what we need to do is go up here to tag, add tag, and then spell it the exact same way that you did inside the script, and then you should be good to go. Reselect your projectile, find your tag, select it, and then hit apply again. So then that should register everything. So if I go ahead and shoot, as you can see, he disappeared completely. No longer inside my scene and not in my hierarchy. He is officially dead. So we can start working with health systems in another tutorial, but I want to do something so that way if the player falls off this platform, because right now, you know, if we fall off, we fall forever. So we need to fix that. So we're going to do something similar to what we just did right there with the triggers. So what we're going to do right now is game object create other cube. We're going to name it death thing, for lack of a better name. And I'm going to go ahead and center it, because I hate it when things are not centered. And I'm going to go ahead and scale it up, let's say 50, and then 50. And then we're going to turn this object into a trigger. There we go. We're going to add, no, we don't need another tag. So then, what we're going to do is we're going to drag this down any reasonable amount of distance. I mean, it doesn't really matter. And then we're going to go down here to our project, create a new JavaScript, and you can name this death thing. I don't know. I really am not thinking right now. So go ahead and open this new script. Get rid of all the stuff, and then we're just going to need the function. So function on trigger enter. Actually, we're going to need var. Nah, we don't need it. Collider. And then inside of that, we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to do if col dot. This is why I hate monodevelop. Col dot game object dot tag is equal to, instead of bullet, we're going to do player, because the player is going to be the object that this is colliding with. Sorry. And then what we're going to do is destroy col dot game object. So this is going to destroy the collision game object instead of us destroying it. So we can go ahead and minimize it, attach it to the death thing, find our player, and Unity already gives us a nice player tag, so we're going to go ahead and select it on our player. If we hit play, I should, in theory, if I fall off this platform, I am now destroyed, and Unity returns an error. But that's really all the purpose I have for this tutorial. I've got other suggestions, thanks to a nice viewer. Shout out to you. You know who you are. So yeah, I'll try to do some of those other suggestions in the next tutorial. And if you got any more, please leave them for me. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe for more content in-depth things. So yeah, see you guys next time. Take care.